Albedo! We get to go and hang out with this stud muffin today. And I know absolutely nothing about Albedo other than what I saw in his character demo and character teaser. So we're gonna go see what Albedo's all about today. The rumored alchemist. You arrive at Timaeus alchemy store in Mondstadt one day to stock up on adventuring supplies. But here you encounter someone altogether unexpected. Hey, it's Sucrose! Sucrose, what are you doing here?
Huh? Looks like Timaeus isn't here today.
Where is Timaeus? Hey, hi!
Wait, are these two?
What?
Oh, hello, Traveler in Paimon. Pardon me, are you looking for Timaeus?
We are. You seen him around?
No, just strange for him to not be around. Paimon always sees him standing here.
Maybe he wanted to take a vacation. Some paid time off.
I see. He was called away by Albedo a little while ago.
Albedo?
I was called over to attend to the store. If you need any help, just call my name. If not, I'll be reading a book over there.
Okay, what's wrong? You sound like something is wrong.
Thanks. No worries. We're all clued up on the basics of alchemy, aren't we?
Sure. Like I know what I'm doing. No need to trouble you.
I guess it's no surprise coming from the one who repelled Storm Terror. Actually, since it's you, I bet you're someone who'd be able to help Albedo.
We don't know who Albedo is. What kind of help does he need? What does he need?
There's that name again. Albedo. You and Timaeus mentioned him the last time we met, right? Is he also an alchemist in Mondstadt?
It's not a name I'm familiar with.
Apologies. I never introduced him.
Yeah, we never met
The
him.
Knights of Favonia's chief alchemist.
Ooh.
He's also Timaeus and my teacher.
Oh.
But
Definitely gotta meet him.
I've only ever seen Timaeus teaching alchemy. So that means Albedo is a teacher?
Paimon, come on.
Yes. He's dedicated himself to investigating the truth of this world and has made many an important breakthrough. We often get alchemists coming to Mondstadt from all over Teyvat, seeking his help. They say that the subtlest of guidance from Mr. Albedo helps him to solve the most unfathomable of problems.
So Albedo is smart.
Wow! Paimon didn't know he was such a big deal.
Well, I didn't know either.
Still, it seems that he's encountered a problem in his research recently. Every time I see him, he has a concerned look on his face.
Well, my knowledge of alchemy stops at basic crafting. You think I know what I'm doing? No. I do talent materials, and that's pretty much it. So
I'm sure that Albedo would love to hear about your incredible exploits. I know it would bring him lots of new inspiration.
all right, let's go see Albedo.
Albedo is a true gentleman. He'll be sure to pay you back in equal measure for helping him out.
Can he make Paimon stronger?
Paimon doesn't need any help in that department. But if Albedo wants to pay Paimon back for helping him, a few more might settle the score.
Of course she wants more.
Albedo and Timaeus will be conducting research in the mountains right now. I'd love to take you both to see him, but somebody has to attend to the store.
Okay.
I'm afraid you'll have to go to the entrance to the pass and look for him by yourselves. Look out for a refined gentleman with the presence of a true scholar. And... sorry. That's the best I can do. You'll have to do your best.
We'll find him, don't worry.
Hey, stop worrying. We got this.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. We do got this, Paimon. Traveler observation report. Okay. Let's go find Albedo.
Nervous once she gets talking about alchemy and research, huh? Is that what all researchers are like?
I don't know, Paimon.
Let's go and look for Albedo.
All right, let's go look for Albedo. Why does Albedo need to be in Dragonspine? Of all places. Of all the places. Oh, man, I don't want to freeze to death. Is that Rosaria? Hey, is that
Sister Rosaria, so here you are. Choir practice is about to...
Wait, Barbara's here too? What are we doing down here?
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
I love Rosaria.
But this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
I I love Rosaria. I love Rosaria. Her attitude is great. Just so upfront and so blunt.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you?
Poor
Do you
Barbara.
not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
And Barbara's just a cutie patootie.
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Yeah, they are, Barbara. Yeah, they are. You might be a little too naive.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people.
Man, now I want to learn more about Rosaria. Like, why is she so, I don't want to say bitter, but I want to learn why she is the way that she is.
Don't fret. Nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You better hurry up, Barbara.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right.
Go.
I gotta get going.
Hustle up. Bye, Barbara. It was so good to see you, you little cutie patootie. Oh, poor Barbara. I love her.
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
No, we want to be friends, Rosaria. Please do not murder us. You are terrifying, and I love it.
We better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain, or a trickster at best.
She's something.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where, and you think I'm the trickster?
Rosaria called Paimon a pixie.
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... So it's you.
Me. Yup, it's me, Traveler. Yup, the one that took down Stormterror. The one that saved Layaway. Yup, that's me.
The honorary knight that saved us from Storm Terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping.
We're just here to see Albedo. You seen him?
Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
Man, she's tough.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
I love Rosaria. She's giving me like that vampire kind of vibes.
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains?
We're looking for Albedo. You seen him?
If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks.
Ooh.
Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
I'm sure they are.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant.
You're more like a detective. Like CSI Law and Order.
I couldn't care what you think. Come on then.
Ooh.
I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Whoa! Rosaria? Couldn't care what I think? God, rude! Jeez. Why is she so bitter?
Said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Holy crap, why is she so bitter? Hey, Albedo! How is it going? How are you? Why are those hilly trolls having a party?
Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
That is true, she's not wrong.
But can't he see those hilly churls? Isn't he in danger?
Yeah, what are they doing? Oh, I guess we got to deal with it. All done.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them?
They came at me first. They came at me first, bro.
Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilichurls unfinished.
Wait, you were painting the hilichurls?
What's up with painting hilichurls? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Very avant-garde.
Wow, look at the detail. But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
Are you criticizing him? We don't know anything about him, Paimon. He might blow us up. We don't know.
You can find these hilichurls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina.
Rosaria's like, will you just shut up? Rosaria's like, Albedo. We're not here for a lecture, bro.
We found your man. I'm headed back.
Bye, Rosaria. Be safe, okay? Don't freeze to death. I think you're a vampire, but I'm not sure.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
I want to learn more about her.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
We are.
We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose.
Yeah.
She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here.
She did. She's awesome.
Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight.
We are.
You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking.
I know. We're famous, Albedo.
I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things.
Sure. You want to learn more?
I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct?
We did, and we have yet to get any real answers.
Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously.
Your research?
Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Essence of life?
Whoa. You want to start with that?
Right? Paimon, that's going to go way over my head.
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
Ooh, you got some real powers there, Albedo.
You can do that?
Yeah, he can bring dead things back to life. Alchemy really is miraculous.
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping
Where'd you get
to
it?
grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Where did you get it from?
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
So you want to use me to try to get this seed to sprout. Got it. So I'm an object of research.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
What's in it for me, bro?
Mora, knowledge,
Oh, you got Paimon
and
excited.
the answer to the question you are seeking. It happens to be an answer that I can provide. How does that sound?
Yes, that would be great. That would be awesome. You got Paimon excited. You said the keyword Mora. She's all over it.
Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
Okay. Let's go. Somebody is spying on us. Who is this? It's Rosaria. I thought you were leaving. Now you're eavesdropping on
Albedo
us.
and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
We don't know. Ooh, Rosario. Head to the test site. All right, let's head off. Test site. All right, what are we doing here?
Paimon has a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
We don't know.
I don't know. But I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint.
Okay.
Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life.
Where did this seed come from? What world did this seed come from?
After awakening, even creation may be possible.
And how did it get here?
Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Doesn't seem like you understood there, Paimon. And I'm not even sure if you do have a brain in here.
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Hey!
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, you said food. Two favorite things, more and food. You sure know how to keep Paimon on board.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another
after a
lengthy
child?
explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at.
What child? Who?
The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person,
No, we don't have one.
how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard.
Well, we don't really know either.
Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature.
Do people already have like 3 stomachs? Not that I'm aware of, bro.
Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
No. No.
What a stupid question. Can you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not a floating child.
Oh, Paimon. You're special.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you.
I met Paimon on my travels. I caught her with a fishing rod.
Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick.
Look at Paimon.
Or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards.
Paimon's brain is hurting.
No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey, how would you know anyway?
In that case, it
Paimon
would appear
kills
that
me.
there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world.
Yeah, we're basically the same.
Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers.
Are you gonna experiment on me?
Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area.
Okay,
Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them.
sure
using
thing.
whatever
No
method
problem.
comes most naturally to you.
No problem.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
No. That is totally fine. Slimes are perfectly fine. Oceanids suck. I'm so tired of trying to ascend Xingqiu and having to go and fight Oceanids. Oh my god.
Slimes are fine.
Yes, completely. 100%. As long as I'm not being batted around by hydro mimics.
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
No problem. Slimes! All done.
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the
Pillar.
ordinary?
I don't know why I think that's That's so funny. The pillar's just literally right in Traveler's face. Oh, Zhongli's pillar kills me sometimes in these cutscenes.
If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready.
Not a scratch.
Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
How are you gonna do that?
Internal flow? How do you test that?
Yeah.
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power.
Okay.
If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Will it make my stomach swirl?
Sounds kinda terrifying.
A little bit.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry.
That's not very reassuring there, Albedo. It's kind of like you want to go inside my body and poke around and fool around.
Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test.
Okay.
Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign.
Yeah, I would say so. I would explode from the inside out. Sounds like a health checkup.
Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it.
Okay.
It's a type of ore known as star silver,
Star
but
silver.
unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We
Okay.
can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders.
All right.
All
Star
going
silver
to plan,
ore.
We should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Sounds good.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns.
Me too,
but
Paimon.
Seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Okay. All right, let's head to the campsite, get some ore, and have Albedo basically try to blow us up or something. Do I gotta break it? Oh, I gotta break it.
Here,
Got it.
should do for catalyst purposes.
One. I'm looking for two more. Here's two. Two.
Usable with a bit of polish.
And three over here by the tree. We are going to go into Inkanomaya again today and check that whole place out.
This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Okay.
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here.
Look at what? What do you want me to look at? Look at where? Where? Who? What? When? What are we looking at? Who are you? Where'd you come from? Mouse right on his nose.
My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my
Oh,
research.
it's Timaeus.
I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry, Timaeus. I just didn't recognize you. My bad, bro.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
That's a lot of data.
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes.
That went way over my head. Phylogenetic? What does that even mean?
Consider, you don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Okay.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins.
That's a lot of information.
In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Maybe.
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world. Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
It would. It would be something.
Ah, it would.
Yeah.
Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more.
What do you got?
I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Okay, but what more do you need from me?
Great, I'll leave you to it.
What do you need from me? He needs more data. That means I gotta do things.
Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you.
Okay. If it doesn't, what do you want me to do?
In line with my expectations. Ready to drink.
Ooh.
Remember to keep calm at all times. And breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Oh, we're gonna drink a potion. Oh, I see it. Found it. Drink up. Talk to Albedo and here's conclusions. Okay. What do you think, Albedo?
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face.
It's burning a bit.
You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened to him?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body.
Ooh.
Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
Okay.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig.
Out of consideration for the test subject?
But of course, you're my assistant.
Oh.
By all sense and reason, it would be wrong of me to place that risk onto you.
Albedo, you're a good dude.
In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Yeah, I'm just normal old me.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
What did you want to happen, Paimon? What did you want? What were you expecting?
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety.
I feel like you're referring to something in particular.
The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another.
Mm-hmm.
When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different.
Okay.
For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an Eye of the Storm.
Right.
Have I explained it clearly enough?
Yeah. I think I'm getting it.
To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear.
Yay!
Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it.
You got this, Timaeus. I believe in you.
You gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up.
A little bit, Paimon. A little bit.
What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to prepare something. Wait one moment.
What are you preparing now?
If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna look around your place here. Observe the installation in the camp. Got it. A board with some incomprehensible experimental reports stuck to it. Still, you can tell that progress is being made on those experiments. A shelf packed with books and potions. Looks like the owner has a habit of reading and researching potions simultaneously. That's a big word for me to say. Looks like an alchemy work table. Some potions and other apparatus are laid out here. Are these what Albedo uses to investigate the world? It wouldn't hurt to touch it, would it? You never know.
Let's go see him.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting?
All kinds of stuff. Couldn't make heads or tails of anything though.
Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. You'd be hard-pressed to find an everyday use for them. Well, on with the research.
Okay.
There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements.
Right.
But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone.
Well, it seems like, I don't know, Lumine probably can, I'm gonna assume, right?
So, leaving elements to one side. Do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world?
I
think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment.
No, I don't want to drink any more potions. I've drank my fill, thanks.
No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this pillar here?
Okay.
Use your willpower to try and break it.
You want me to try to break it? Paimon, have at it.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
Oh, I don't know. We don't know anything about you. You're the mysterious one here. The one that we don't know anything about. We don't know where you came from. We don't know really who you are. We don't even know if you have special powers and you're just not showing us. You could be hiding things. We don't know.
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose. Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, channeling your power into the ingredients themselves.
No.
I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation.
Alchemists certainly have an active... You have an active imagination, Albedo.
I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat?
Sunshine
I've
sprat?
just finished preparing the recipe.
Cooking? Paimon was looking forward to more mad scientist stuff.
You can stay here with him. You don't want food, Paimon? Paimon, you're always hungry. I'm shocked you're not like excited about getting food.
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Paimon bets you're just hungry.
And I'm sure you are too.
It does sound yummy though.
Yep.
Okay, Paimon approves.
I'll save you a fin or two.
Good buddies are always on the same page.
We're besties.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Man, we're not even gonna feed Timaeus.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem.
Yeah, Paimon's gonna eat it all. She's a bottomless pit.
How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from anyway?
I have no idea.
Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
Okay. I think I already have some sunshine sprat.
That was fast. Looking forward to testing the results.
No, sure, Albedo. You just wanted me to cook for you is what it was. All right, I have your sprat here. Here you go. Eat up.
An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy.
You mean cooking?
As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours. Unless... could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
Oh, maybe. Oh, that's a good question. What if like in wherever we're from, wherever Traveler's from, what if he's like a super powerful being or something, right? But here, he can't really tap into everything that he can do.
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices, you know.
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened.
It was num num yummy.
And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
That's okay.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
You're Paimon's new favorite.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment.
Yeah, she's okay.
Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago. But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yeah, Timaeus.
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose.
You don't sound very sure of yourself.
Anyway, moving on to the next experiment.
Another experiment?
There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune of misplacing a batch. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
Okay, what do you need me to do?
Paimon's barely finished eating, and you want us to go gathering again?
Hurry up and eat, Paimon. I'm surprised you're not done.
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle. If you had, say, a superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So you want us to go look for them? Gotcha.
So, guess we'd better take a look.
Yeah, I guess so. There should be some elemental traces on the lost item, so we could just use our elemental sight.
Elemental sight.
Yeah.
This must be electrohypostasis powder.
There's the second one.
The extract of an
Found
animal
it.
crystal fly can only be animal elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it.
Albedo, I found them.
You managed to find them.
I did.
Incredible. 1,000 thanks.
You're welcome. Organize your place, bro.
I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
Correct.
Yep. Guess it does sort of count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Teyvat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean we failed again?
No.
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. Besides, getting these items back, I'd call this a very worthwhile experiment.
You need to keep your place a little bit more organized.
I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity.
Yeah.
Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning.
With you to the end.
In essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical.
Okay.
Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing?
I can't see anything. I see nothing but snow. No, I can't see anything that Sucrose is doing.
And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then?
No, she's all the way in Mondstadt.
So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into 1,000,000 fragments? Then could you see her?
It sounds like we're still on the superpower test here.
Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, we'll gain a more thorough understanding with an experiment.
Oh, more experiments.
I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test. Please, follow me.
Okay, let's go. Where are we going? We're gonna do some push-ups. All right, we're up here. We made it. Now what?
You want us to jump from up here?
Paimon, we've jumped from higher places than this before.
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is.
That's not very reassuring, though.
Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
Okay, so we gotta fly to the other side of the lake. Got it.
The opposite side of the lake. So we're you're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us.
We're gonna glide.
Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters.
I wouldn't want to
Others
go
might find
swimming.
the whole thing rather refreshing.
I'm not going swimming in there.
No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research.
This is actually a little bit less stressful than the superpower part, that's for sure.
Then if you would, please, I eagerly await the results.
Okay,
Wait a minute.
are we on a time crunch? We are.
Testing. What exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me?
We're on a time crunch.
Recording
Time
data.
crunch.
Responding to
Panic. It's
this.
time to panic. Time. Which way do you want me to go?
Emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming,
We're not going swimming, Paimon.
No.
We're not
Unless
going
you're
swimming.
thinking of conducting competitive research?
We're.
oh, forget Paimon said anything.
Okay, I made it. Did we make it in time? I made it in time. 30 seconds left. Easy. Yep. I'm here. I made it. Just. Did I screw up? Why is there a circle here? I screwed. Did I mess up? What is this? What is this? I made it to the other side of the lake. I feel like I'm getting gypped. So where do you want me to go? Reach the location. You told me to go on the other side of the lake. But you literally just, why are there, what is that? Why are there pumpkins floating in the sky? Oh, that's a big boy. So you want me to just go here? Oh, I get it. Oh, I missed that one. We're fine. Everything is fine. No problem. I hit that. Oh, we gotta do some swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. 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 Swim, 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 swim. Made it. No problem. No problem. Albedo, how did you get down here? You magician.
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it.
Thanks, Albedo. I appreciate that.
Your reputation precedes you, traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
Because we're not average, Albedo. We are definitely not average.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat.
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway,
He vanished. He disappeared and reappeared.
if it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to.
Ooh, tell me.
If the natural laws of Tavad do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such effects. The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
Man, Albedo's obsessed.
But how does this help your research?
Yeah.
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting.
Ooh, I want to see something interesting. What else have you researched this thoroughly?
I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual specimens. I hope you won't be offended.
No, of course not.
Gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own.
That's a big sun.
The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost.
Man, you are a really deep person, Albedo. Jeez.
All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They cease to be noteworthy.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilly turtles? Because you got to see something new and interesting and the differences between them?
I'm glad somebody's explaining it to me, Paimon, because everything that Albedo says is going way over my head.
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. there is precious little about them that serves to pique my curiosity now.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some basic draft of a sketch?
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime.
Oh, we're friends with Albedo. He called us our friend. He says we're friends. Yay.
Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence.
Oh, no.
Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby.
Oh, no. Let me guess. I got to do some kind of puzzle. You're going to make me do some kind of... I am all puzzled out with Inazuma. So... head to the location of the intelligence test. Great. We're gonna have to do a puzzle. Made it for the intelligence test.
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels.
I just ran around them.
I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities. Much as we did for the physical test.
No problem.
I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings.
No problem.
There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the
Of course,
ruins.
puzzles.
After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanisms in the center.
Puzzles.
As the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is matching which wish to observe.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Remember that this is a test of intellect.
Sounds breaking.
If you get lucky anyway, that will be factored in as part of the test.
All right. I'm not going to move for about 60 seconds or so. Sorry. My apologies for the sound crackling there. I don't know why it does that. There's nothing I can do about it. It usually lasts for about 60 seconds, and I try to make sure to not do anything during the sound crackling. So, my apologies.
So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like. It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism.
Yay!
Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out.
Oh, Lord. What's going to happen?
Explaining things is Paimon's job.
All right, here we go. Let's activate. Investigate the area behind the drain.
Seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should...
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off there, Albedo.
What's this?
I don't know. What is it? Unfamiliar patterns.
To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat, but they've never given up their secrets. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for why they should ever have come to rest here, a true mystery.
We don't know. I don't know.
Let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after our research.
Sounds good.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this, weird experiment that. It'd be nice to get some cool results for once.
Right, Paimon, I agree.
Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Comparatively, the little reward I can offer is too small to mention. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
We like miracles. Okay, Albedo, we'll see you there. See you soon.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the results of all this brain ache.
Me too, Paimon.
Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's head back to the campsite.
All right, let's go.
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
Have you been following us around this whole time, Rosaria? What are you doing here?
You didn't leave the mountain?
She's been following us.
I most certainly did not.
Oh.
And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to.
She looks angry. She looks very angry.
I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor.
What do you mean?
Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? Participating in all kinds of strange experiments?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, Rosaria. I know. But we don't have anything to lose here.
I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps you were colluding from the beginning.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the top of it.
Right? I was just helping him with his research, Rosaria. Calm down.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little better than you, Outlander.
Am I gonna have to fight her?
I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more sinister.
I'm fine. I look fine.
No way! would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't even use any alchemy.
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing.
Man, Rosaria is a pessimist and a realist, and I love it.
In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
We gotta fight.
So, what are you gonna do?
We're gonna 1v1 Rosaria here. You came here to be sure, so you must have your ways of assuring yourself.
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous, that's good enough for me.
Okay.
I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
Okay, what can you tell me about them?
But we don't even know what they mean.
No, we don't.
That much is true. Not to mention, seems like there's nothing more to them. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. This is now a location of interest. Regular patrols should be set up here.
LOL, bring warm clothes.
Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no immediate threat.
Okay, good.
Which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister if you'd made me work overtime on your account.
Oh, Lord.
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice.
Word of advice.
Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
Man, Rosaria scolding us is hot.
She's gone. So stubborn.
Yeah, she's something else, Paimon.
Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that.
Maybe she just lacks security.
Huh. Never mind her.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go see Albedo.
We got so caught up in the Rosaria stuff, we forgot about Albedo. Albedo!
You're back.
We
Good
are.
timing. I've just about reached the conclusion.
Do you know about a Rosaria? What can you tell me about her?
You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back?
Yeah, quite literally, by a sister no less.
I wouldn't worry. She's just doing her job. Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult to finish all the research in one go.
Okay, what can you tell me?
But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
That's it? That's all? We went through all that for nothing?
You couldn't tell that just by looking?
Right? Paimon, tell him.
We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Exactly, Paimon. Yell at him more.
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Teyvat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders?
Only the gods would know.
I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small miracle.
Okay.
The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned.
I forgot about the seed.
Under the effects of Teyvat's natural laws, it isn't even able to sprout, let alone bloom.
We got caught up in all the other stuff. I completely forgot about the seed that you had.
But after I observed you, I had another idea.
Oh, another idea.
Imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so
what?
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
Ooh. What's a flower? It's pretty. Where did it come from?
the transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, and now to fruition. Is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself?
Right? It was beautiful.
It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty. Life's proudest achievement.
Paimon thought with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Right? We didn't get nothing out of that except for how pretty it was.
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how long it stays with us. Even a momentary burst is precious. A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently, lived to perfection, is necessarily one unburdened by loneliness. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
I wonder how my sister is.
Things things feel a little heavy right now.
Yeah, right, Paimon. I agree.
Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look after you.
Paimon, you're my bestie. You are just... I don't know what I would do without Paimon now.
Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, it certainly doesn't hurt. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom.
So I'm a helpful specimen.
I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me. In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again?
Sure thing. Rosaria might have something to say about it though. But yeah, sure. Even if you just want some company, dude.
Well, glad I can count on you.
Of course.
I made a point throughout of telling him how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial?
What?
It should not have been there.
Uh-oh.
What could it mean?
Uh-oh.
Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance that has yet to be fully defined. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything,
What?
can I rely on you to stop me?
What? No! No, no, you can't be finished with the story now. No, what do you mean? What do you mean? Are you saying that if you turn into a bad person, Albedo, that we need to like just blow everything up? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was good. I like that. That was good. That was good. That was a good one. You know what surprises me though? They did not have a like one of the fancy cutscenes. Do you know what I mean? For his story. I think every other story quest had a cutscene in it. If I remember right? Every other story quest had like the cutscenes, you know, at the end where it kind of like told like a story and it was like the anime things and all that stuff. His didn't though. To be continued in an event that we can't even do anymore.